Hello, everybody. Good afternoon.
Hi.
I still want to say morning. Can't get that out of my system. We don't ever meet in the afternoon. This is still so weird.
Yes.
So hi, welcome to MOPS today on, I think it's the 19th. Yes, I keep getting all the dates wrong because what is time right now? So
Totally.
welcome on November 19th, the week before Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about gratitude today, which is very fitting. So in the chat, if you're already on, will you share with us 3 things that you're thankful for? We'd love to read them. They can be small, like all of the socks matched in your laundry, because that is a small victory and something to be thankful for in itself right there. It could be something big. Maybe a family member got a favorable outcome for a medical test or anything like that. We all do have something to be thankful for, even if it is, I was just telling Christina, cute masks to wear that kind of like coordinate with your outfit.
It's the little things right now,
Truly.
right? Little things bringing joy. For
Truly
sure.
the little things.
Yes.
So yes, just share with us there. And we are going to do our participation prize this week is so cute. A grateful mug with some cutie little napkins to go with it. Yeah. And then because we're doing a cloth napkin adventure craft today, we'll have some of those to pass out as well. But this is so cute. I could just... Can I win? Can I pull my name this week?
Yes.
This is really cute.
And I kind of want the
mugs.
napkins too. They're so cute. Yeah.
So I thought I'd share 3 things. I mean, my mask was one silly thing that I'm thankful for. I'm just really grateful for right now. I don't want to say just one of my kids, but Easton's like little mama and like his smile right now is bringing me so much joy. I'm going to do this live. This is so funny. He like growls my name now, like mama. And it's like the funniest, like, why are you doing that? But he'll like say Chris's name so sweet. And then he like growls my name, which I just think is hilarious. So I'm just thankful for my kids' smiles and like the little things that they can do joyful throughout the day. And I'm just thankful for, I know this sounds cliche, but like our health. We've just been very lucky up to this point to not have anything with COVID and just to have just minor runny noses and minor little things that have been happening. So I
Which
just
still
feel
make me
thankful
panic.
For,
It's like someone sneezes in my house and I'm like, are you okay? Come here. Do you have a fever?
Yeah. I know. I've taken our
Honestly.
fever so many times. Like, why are we doing this again, Mom? I'm like, you're good. You're good.
Yes.
And then I'm also thankful that Addie has like gymnastics to go to. Like she gets to go to a little class. I feel like that's been so good for her. And just seeing like the joy on her face, even though she's wearing a mask for gymnastics. That's just been really nice for me. So that might have been more than 3. But what do you have, Christina?
That's good. That's so good. Yeah, I think we can't spend enough time, right, thinking about what we're grateful for. I think for me, I've been really grateful for just the nice weather that we've had, where we've been able to continue to like do things outside, right? To do responsible things outside. So that has been really great. I'm just really thankful that my kids are the ages that they are with school, right? Distance learning has been so challenging for so many families. And for us, I feel like it's working to the extent that it can work, right? My older girls are doing okay in school, and we have a little pod set up for Emma with one other girl, her bestie that's in her class. You guys might know Sophie Liebel, Amy's daughter. So that has been just a total blessing, I think, for all of our families. So I'm really thankful for that. And then I think like you, health, that our family's healthy, but specifically Brad's dad, he has prostate cancer and he's been in and out of the hospital recently, which was really scary for us because he lives in Canada and we can't get up there to see him. But he's doing okay right now and is kind of on the mend as much as possible. So we're not as worried about getting up there, in the short term like we were. So yeah, those are definitely a couple things on my list this year that I'm thankful for.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I started a gratitude journal a couple weeks ago. I told my MOPS Zoom group this. I'm like, I just felt like I needed to reshift my thinking. And it's been so fun, like the questions they've asked, because it's stuff I wouldn't think about, like what was your favorite vacation or something you were grateful for in the past. And it's like brought up like happy memories. So I'm like, we could all use a little bit of that. So I'm only on week 3 and I don't know that it's done anything mentally for me yet, but it's been nice to just think about it and shift my thinking a little bit. So that's been good. So thank you for putting in the comments what you ladies are thankful for. I'm excited to read some of those later on. And I just wanted to ask if anybody got
I see one here. Great. April says she's grateful her kids are starting to play together more.
Yes, I know, right? When they can entertain each other. That's what I always say. I'm like, have another. They'll just play together at one point.
Yes. Yeah.
That's good.
Yes.
You probably, some of you have received your Decide to Rise magazine in the mail. I haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet, but I did just kind of flip through it when we were sitting here. And on page 52, there's like some really cute little kids activities, like for all ages, like 6 months up to like 5 years. So I thought that was kind of fun to do little Christmas activities. And then you always know that I talk about coffee and crumbs every 10 seconds. But The Lazy Genius is a book that someone named Kendra wrote, and she like has an article in here. So they just did a podcast with her the other day, Coffee and Crumbs. So I'm really excited to read that article to see what she has to say about Christmas. And I know you kind of dug into it already, Christina. So maybe
I did just like the first 5 or 6 pages when I had like 30 minutes quiet in the house. And that first article like grabbed me, you guys. It was so good. It was about doing our work, but that we're not alone in our work, that God is with us. And it was just such a good reminder for me. Like as I was reading it, I was looking at the big cypress we have in our backyard. I'm like, oh God, this is so good. Like it just felt like water to parched and thirsty soul. So it was really good. I hope it blesses you guys. Make sure you at least check out that first article. It was so good.
And it's so pretty to sit on our coffee table. Something pretty to look at. I just love it. They did a great job inside. So that'll be fun to get to look through. So Thanksgiving next week, everybody. I'm sure there's mixed emotions on this whole year, holidays and whatnot. But how are you celebrating, Christina? What is your family doing?
You know, I feel like, you know, it's sad that I don't have family nearby, and that's been just a struggle over the years that we don't have, you know, my parents live in Minnesota. Brad's parents, again, are in Vancouver, so we don't have family nearby, but at least we don't have the struggle of, you know, do we or don't we? So we're just going to be just us 5 at home this year. And my girls laugh because they're like, Mom always cooks all day and Brad watches football all day. So I think that's pretty much what's going to be happening at my house this year. Yeah. It'll be low key, but nice. Yeah.
We're not breaking all the rules, but we're doing like our family pod together, and it's not our whole family, which is going to be very strange because usually it's like a lot of you know grew up with my husband's family when we were younger, so our families will do things together. So typically it's like just everybody on both sides, and that won't be the case this year, but we're just doing it with Chris's siblings and his mom, and I'm looking forward to it. My new baby niece will be there, and I have only seen her once, so I'm very excited just to get baby snuggles. And yeah, none of us have ever done the turkey, so we'll see how that turns out. I'm like, can we just call it from like the grocery store? Like, can we just go pick one up?
Do it. I'd say that Whole Foods has them prepared, ready to go. I would do that.
My brother-in-law has like his deep fryer and his Traeger, so he's like, I got this. We're like, okay, Ryan, let's see how it turns out.
Yeah, tell us in the chat if you have like any turkey nightmare stories. I remember one year, my like first year hosting Big by myself. Brad's parents and my parents were in town, and I kept setting the timer on the stove so that I would remember to baste the turkey back when we thought you were supposed to do that. But I wasn't setting like the timer. I was setting the cook time. So the stove was actually turning off in between times.
Raw turkey.
Here I thought that the turkey had been cooking all day.
Oh no.
And the oven had been turning off and on, so we're like slicing into it.
It's pink.
My mom's like, it's okay, we're just gonna slice it and microwave, it's gonna be fine. And it was mortifying. It was mortifying.
That's
but,
so good though.
Nobody got salmonella.
No,
I think that's a win.
Yeah. Oh, how funny.
So one thing we do at my house, I'm going to have Caitlin show up a slide. It's a fun like Thanksgiving tradition that we do. We call it our Thankful For tree. And I actually think I got this idea from my first MOPS group. It's so hokey, you guys. And you can see it's very amateur.
It's so cute.
But basically, the kids and I went on a walk and we picked up all those sticks from our local park. I think Audrey was in like first grade at the time that we did this. And we've saved the sticks.
Sticks, not new sticks every year.
Not new sticks every year. The same
sticks.
sticks. We just put them in like a big, Target storage bin. Yeah. And so now she like touches those sticks and she's like, oh, Meyer-Holtz Park. Like when we lived in Cupertino, like I remember that day when we picked up these sticks. And then we just put new leaves on the tree every year in the weeks leading up to Thanksgiving. Not every night, but the nights that we can, everybody grabs a leaf, just jots down what they're thankful for and hangs it in the tree. And I always save the leaves, from the previous year so we can look back on them. So it's our Thankful For tree, and it's just become part of our tradition. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I love that. I mean, my kids are still small, so I feel like I just make up a new tradition all the time. Like, this is our tradition. We're doing it for the first time this year. But no, this is my second year that I've now done, I'm going to do like a turkey themed breakfast. Last year I did cinnamon rolls with like bacon feathers, which was a hit with everybody. And this year we're just gonna get donuts and do the toothpicks in it and let the kids like sort the Fruit Loops to make it look like the feathers. I feel like it's a very cute like sorting activity for them. It's going to taste great. That's not my kitchen. I wish that was my kitchen in the background. But if you need a cute turkey idea, I think that'll be fun. So I grabbed the Fruit Loops today from the store, and I think my kids will like it. So yeah, that's just that. And then we're going to do, Christina is going to walk me through this too, because I don't know how to pull this.
So
grab your
MOPS,
napkin.
this was an idea from MOPS, you guys, and this could be really fun, or it could totally bomb. I don't know. We're just going to go with it. The idea is let's fold some napkins. Like, hey, maybe you want to do something fun to dress up your Thanksgiving table because we've been eating meals at home for months.
Yeah.
And we're going to have another big meal at home. And so how do we make it different and festive and do, a fun Thanksgiving tablescape that maybe you want to get the kids involved in helping you fold some fun shapes for paper napkins. Maybe you want to do a little place card, right? Or even have the kids write them out if they can. Be fun to see them like spelling things backwards or, be so cute.
Sounding them out all wrong.
Yes. So I hope you have a cloth napkin or a paper napkin that's a comparable size, and we can just try to do a fun, like, basic fan fold. So this will be the finished product when you're done. I hope you can see it's kind of in that like fan sort of shape. And the idea is like you could put a little like pine cone in front of it, decorate some pears or a cutie, right? And make it look like a turkey. Like how cute would that be for the table? It's got a little kickstand on the back that helps it stand up. So we're going to give this a try. We'll go through it together. And you can always like look up on YouTube. There's tons of fun videos about how to do different types of folds. You could even have the kids pick one out that they want to try or something. It could be a fun project. So let's get started.
Woo.
Let's see how this goes. And I hope you're successful on your first try. It took me a couple of times, honestly. So I'll do my best to teach, but if not, definitely look it up. So you're going to start with just the napkin open, and you're just going to fold it in half so that it's the long rectangle. Okay. So once you've got kind of the long rectangle with the short end facing you, you're just going to start to accordion fold by bringing it towards you and then flipping it back. You want like 1 inch kind of folds. If it's easier for you to put it on the table to do that, go ahead, but I'm going to hold mine up so you can see. Just, towards you and back, so it's like an accordion. And you want to leave about 4 inches at the end. Okay, so it should look like this. You've got a couple of folds here. How you doing, Kate?
I think I'm doing great.
All right,
I think.
Great.
We'll see.
Okay, so with the folds facing you, you want to fold it in half so that the folds are out.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, and then you're going to want to, I don't know what to say, flatten it so that the long end is away from you and the folds are closest to you. And then you're going to want to make it like a little kickstand, like a triangle. So take the right corner, the right upper corner, and you're going to fold it in so that it's got like into the center of the folds.
My concentration
You okay
phase.
there?
This is just...
So I'm going to do that again if you missed it. So with the long end out, take the right side and you're going to kind of tuck it into the center of those accordion folds. So it almost looks like a little triangle.
Oh, man. Why is that so difficult?
It's okay. I'll do it one more time.
Yep.
So with the folds, you've got kind of this situation going on. The right top corner, you're just going to kind of smush it in the middle.
Smush it into the middle.
So now it's kind of in this sort of shape.
Okay.
You can see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And now just open it up. Ta-da! Yep. So your corner that's facing down there, you're so close, Kate.
I'm so close. I'm just gonna kind of bunch it into a ball here in the back.
You can do that.
Nobody can see the back.
So as long as you get the front going, like you're good.
I wish I could move my camera to show you guys.
Good.
It's a sad turkey, but he is. My fan is kind of there.
This is what the back looks like. It's not, super legit. I mean, I suppose if you wanted to put like a...
I got a half.
Yeah, there you go. See, you got it. It just needs a little zhuzhing, but you got it.
Yeah,
you got
I'll have to practice that for sure. I do have some cloth napkins, so this could be fun.
There
Addie
you go.
probably will do better than me.
How's it going for you guys? Tell us in the chat. How is this working out?
Send a picture. No.
Yeah, I'd love to see you guys comment and let us know how it's going for you. So yeah, here's just a couple of examples. You could see the turkey in front of the fan fold there, and then there's a cute little pumpkin there.
The pumpkin one's super cute.
The cute little place card thing. If you did the calligraphy class with us this week, maybe you want to make some fun place cards.
Yeah.
Just something to inspire some creativity and make your holiday table a little extra special. So yeah, thanks for playing along with that.
Show them on your Zooms.
So let's see. Oh, I wanted to ask, did anybody have any fun with the shadow puppets that we did a few weeks back? That was another fun thing MOPS suggested that I thought
all of our batteries are dead for our flashlights right now, which I need to still order Amazon, but just send them from Amazon. But I'm turning one, I'm this one's dead and this one's dead. I went through 8. That was it. We failed. Yeah, fail on the shadow puppets.
Oh no! Well, I'm glad they had fun with it though,
Yeah,
right? At least, yeah. If they drained your batteries, it was a good time then. So I also wanted to say we had a really fun discussion about what everybody was making for dinner this past week. I was desperate for ideas. So thank you all for coming to my rescue.
Some good soups, perfect for the season. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Commenting. It was great. One more thing about Thanksgiving, and then we're going to get to our video. Does anybody remember the masterclass we did last Thanksgiving? That just really stuck with me. Kari Jenkins was the speaker, and she was talking about just the idea of hospitality versus entertaining. And while we might not be throwing big events this year and gathering all of our family together, there were just some really great things in her talk. And I'm going to post the link in the chat to her talk so you can go back and revisit it if you would like. Yeah. She really talks about setting the table with intention. I remember her mentioning to pray for each person as you're setting their place. And then we also had these little handouts that had prayers and toasts and just some different, ways that you can create intentional conversation around your table. And maybe your kids are too young to do that right now, but just some of those ideas I thought were so great, especially just praying for each person. Yeah. So a little reminder, if you want to refresh on those great ideas, we'll put that in the chat for you.
That's cute. I love that. And I enjoyed those. I wish I could just keep hosting people at my house. I miss it so much. So yeah, gratitude obviously goes beyond the event of just Thanksgiving Day, kind of a mindset and everything. But I wanted to read just this little blurb. In our world today, scientific research is teaching us about what happens to our bodies, our brains, and our souls when we practice the ancient spiritual discipline of gratitude. Gratitude, giving thanks, offering praise, is something seen plainly throughout the scriptures. Consider the letters to the churches written by the Apostle Paul. Over and over, he encourages his readers to simply say, thank you. One example is in 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. He writes, rejoice always, pray continuously, give thanks in all circumstances. Which, this is a muscle that is certainly getting a workout right now in times of COVID. Yes. I don't know that I have been giving thanks in all circumstances, but that is a really great reminder for me. So for today's video, it's going to be by a MOPS International video that they've provided for us, and it's Michael Hidalgo. He's the lead pastor of Denver Community Church. He knows that gratitude is not something that comes naturally, but it is a discipline worthy of practice. So let's hear from Michael now, and then we'll come back and do some discussion together.
We were thrilled when Michael Hidalgo agreed to join us to talk about something that he practices better than anyone we know. Pulling from scientific research, faith, and psychology, Michael has put together a case for how gratitude is one of the essential things that can change the entire ethos of our inner and outer lives if we put it into practice. As more and more studies come out about the benefits of gratitude, from actually changing how our brains process information to improving our mood and resiliency, what Michael has to say just might have a direct impact on how we chase joy and meaning in life. He's a husband, a dad to 3, and an author. And I can't wait for you to hear what simple but profound ideas he has about the work of gratitude. Here is Michael Hidalgo.
In the Christian scriptures, the Apostle Paul gives one command over and over in his letters to the churches: practice gratitude. To the church in Ephesus, he writes, "Give thanks to God for everything." In Thessalonians, "Rejoice always, pray continually, and give thanks in all circumstances." In Colossians, "Be thankful, give thanks to God through Jesus." In his letter to the Philippians, a letter composed while he was in prison, he speaks of gratitude constantly. One commentator notes that although he was in chains, it is his most positive and joy-filled of all his letters. Paul's constant instruction to practice gratitude, to give thanks, points toward the fact that we as humans need to be reminded, because gratitude is not something that comes naturally. Gratitude is a discipline. It's something we need to practice because there are many barriers to gratitude. One barrier comes in the midst of tough seasons. Maybe you are experiencing a hard situation, or you're walking with a loved one through a difficult time, or you just read the news and you learned of another tragedy. And you hear the idea of practicing gratitude and you think, seriously? Are you kidding me at this moment? This is why I say gratitude is a discipline. Another barrier is believing gratitude will come sometime down the road, when we get a new job, when we are in a new relationship, when we are in a new living situation. This suggests gratitude is based on our circumstances, and gratitude will come when our circumstances change. But remember, gratitude is a discipline. Gratitude invites us to squeeze every last possible drop from the present, to see what we do have right here, right now. Gratitude is something we have to learn and something we need to practice no matter where you are in this moment, no matter your present circumstances. What we are learning in our world today, what ancient sages and wisdom teachers like Paul have long said, is that we ought to practice gratitude. And doing this has tremendous power for us and our world. I say this because gratitude leads us to face reality in a way few things can. While Paul spoke of gratitude, he was keenly aware of his suffering. In the midst of hardship, he resolved to be thankful, and his life was marked by pain. He was stoned, shipwrecked, beaten, flogged, imprisoned, hungry, thirsty, naked, fearing for his life. And in all of it, he praises God. It's almost like gratitude for Paul was an act of Christian defiance. Even in the face of suffering, he still chose to say, "Thank God. None of this is going to break me to the point where I cannot say thank you." This points to the fact that gratitude is not a denial of suffering or of circumstances. Rather, it forces us to take inventory of our lives and our world. I wonder then, what if we purposed every day to state or write down or tweet or post the things for which we are thankful? What would happen? Well, science is teaching us a few things that will happen if we choose to do this. First, it would benefit us at the neurological level. In September 2015, the Department of Psychology at the University of Southern California performed research on the human brain, specifically our moral cognition and positive emotions associated with gratitude. And what they discovered was amazing. They invited participants to join the study and began by measuring an emotional baseline in the brain of the participants. Then they took them through gratitude exercises, and then they measured their brain a second time after the exercises. The researchers discovered regions in both hemispheres of the brain were engaged when gratitude was expressed, specifically the medial prefrontal cortex. Now, this is the area of the brain that's connected to relational bonding, generating meaning, and emotional perception. The results of this research showed gratitude had the same effect on the brain as when a major stress has been relieved. What this means then is that beyond neurological health, gratitude also leads to greater social, emotional, and spiritual health. Now, here's why I say that. When we practice gratitude and our brain responds, then in everyday life we will see, according to psychologist Robert Emmons, who has studied gratitude and its effects, According to him, we would see people who experience positive emotions more often, enjoy a greater satisfaction with life, and those who have more hope. And if there's anything our world needs more of, it is hope. Those who practice gratitude also experience less depression, less anxiety, and less envy. Highly grateful individuals tend to be more empathetic, forgiving, helpful, and supportive, as well as less focused on material pursuits. Gratitude has the power to create in us greater contentment and less desire to consume, more appreciation for what we have been given versus an attitude of entitlement. It leads us to greater joy for others and gives us greater awareness of what we have instead of a scarcity mentality believing we don't have enough. In other words, giving thanks in all circumstances is good for us at the neural level, the emotional, physical, and spiritual level, and good for our relationships. And this is good for our world. One author writes about the need for people to practice gratitude for the sake of the world. She recognizes there's much to be done for the healing of our world, and we could proceed out of angry desperation, but the tasks proceed with greater love and more ease and more productively, with a measure of thankfulness for life. This is the open secret of gratitude. It's not dependent on external circumstance. It's a stance of the soul. Gratitude is liberating, it's subversive. It's an act of defiance in a world so often filled with cynicism. So if this is the case, then exactly how do we practice gratitude? One thing I'm resolving not to say is that it will get better when, because it may not get better. And that is a hard truth. Some things do not get better with time. Sometimes he doesn't come home. Sometimes she doesn't beat her addiction. Sometimes there is not a new job. Sometimes the finances don't improve. There are times when what we long for never shows up. In the midst of these struggles, in the midst of the struggles in my life, in my family, in our church, I have taken the steps to say, thank God. And at times it's been through gritted teeth and balled fists, but I still practice the discipline. And the more I say it, even if I don't mean it at first, the words, the act, the practice, the discipline, it sinks in little by little. Maybe you're experiencing a strained relationship. Well, you could write down what you're thankful for regarding that person. Maybe you're in a job that's not ideal, but maybe you could make a list of what you are grateful for in your workplace. Your circumstances may not change, but gratitude has the power to change you in the midst of your circumstances. Another thing I practice is in the moments that I feel stressed or anxious, anytime I feel less than positive emotions, I repeat two words over and over. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's my centering prayer. And it leads my head and my heart to a different place. And within minutes, the stress and the anxiety and the negativity fade away. Another practice my family and I began doing last year is something that we do when we're eating dinner together. We have a journal with the word thanks scribbled on the front. We open it up and we take turns and go around the table and share what we are thankful for. And then we write those things down. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes it feels mundane, and other times we're in tears at the sheer beauty of the life we have been given because we see it in a new way simply by taking time to say thank you. Whatever the practice looks like for you, make it your goal to write down 10 things a day and then share it with friends and with family. It's possible this discipline will center us and root us in all we have. And this is my hope for all of you, my friends, that you would learn the secret to contentment, hope, joy, compassion lies in the simple practice of gratitude found in the words, thank you. So may you practice saying those words. May you give thanks in all circumstances so that you will become deeply connected to all you have been given and see you have enough and you are enough. And in all of this, may you become a greater witness of all our good God has given to us in this world.
Okay, I think this is finishing up.
I think that's great. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I listened to it a few weeks ago and it hit different this time, honestly. Yeah.
I know. What did he say? It will, like, when we always think it will get better when ... And he said sometimes it doesn't get better. I'm like, oh, isn't that what we're sitting in right now? Like,
Yes.
we just don't know when it will get better, how it will get better, but like, how can we thank God still in our situation?
Yes.
Is what I,
Yeah, it's
what I need
like
to focus on.
Paul writing, I've learned the secret of being content, right? It's a secret and it's a practice. We need to work at being thankful in all circumstances, not necessarily for, right? But being thankful in those circumstances. And I love the suggestion of the thankful for book. Maybe we'll graduate from a tree to a book. And how
cute.
fun to like have that treasure over the years.
Yeah.
But I loved what he said about it being a stance of the soul and not just being like a season. You know, I think that's such a great reminder. Yeah, it was so good. I hope you guys enjoyed that as well.
Yeah. One more thing he said too, gratitude is an act of defiance in a world full of cynicism. And I'm like, yeah. I get stuck in that like cynicism cycle and just being there. So
yeah, it's
that
easy
was
to
really
do
cool.
because it's like around you all the time, right? It's almost like the game that we play of I feel bad and you feel bad and let's feel bad together. You know, it's
refreshing to bring in gratitude.
Yeah.
That was really great.
Yes.
So we just have a few announcements before we head into our Zoom calls. And I forgot to mention in the beginning, look for a little something from MOPS&CPC. We have something that will be hitting a mailbox near you soon.
Yes.
So you'll hopefully get your Decide to Rise and then a little something from us. So take a peek in your mailbox soon. Just a fun little thing to do for these cooler days in November.
Yeah.
So let me get to this slide here. We are going to hit this button. Here we go. Decide to Rise for December. So we have a couple little things that we're going to do. One of them is that we're trying to put together our stovetop potpourri for everybody in the safest and easiest way possible. We know with things ramping up, COVID and whatnot, we want to be able to still do this for you ladies if you feel comfortable. So what we are hoping is that we will have this all put together in a little baggie for you, and we'll have a sign-up sheet that you'll just come to, I think, CPC and grab your little baggie and another cute little treat that will keep a surprise for now, and then just go home and have your house smell so merry and so happy. And we're hoping that that will just bring a little bit of joy to all of you for Christmas. I know this was such a big hit when we made these. I'm sad we can't.
And we were so like hoping to do it in person. Like, you know, CPC has this big courtyard and we could have you come in table groups and we'd pass out some plastic gloves so that you could, you know, socially distance and not, share and touch the same things. We had this all planned out, but it's probably safest for everyone if we just do a drive-by pickup. So if you want to pop your trunk, we can put it in the back, or if you want to roll down the window and we can like
check it out,
toss it to you safely, just so that we can say hello and still see you. We would love to do that. And if you can't come on the day that we decide to be announced, then you can come by and pick it up at my house, or we can arrange a porch drop off for you. We'll work it out. So yeah, we're looking forward to doing those. I just know everybody has loved doing that. Last year we did it. It was such a hit.
I know. I just kept putting mine in my fridge, like once it cooled down, and then I'd bring it back out the next day and turn it back on, and it like lasted for so long. It was so good.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah,
I will be doing
I did
that
like a few
this
days
year.
in a row, and it still smelled pretty good.
Yeah, since we're stuck at home, we might as well enjoy the smell of being there, right?
For sure. And then we're also wanting to do another fun little MOP Secret Sister. So Christina has made a Google form drive if you want to opt into this for the season. We're thinking there'd be like a $15 limit, keeping in mind for that. And you'll be matched with a MOPS mom that lives kind of close to you in your area. So it might be kind of fun to get to know another mom that lives close to you that maybe you didn't know about before. And we'll provide you with all those details as well. And we're just hoping that you can send secret texts if you have each other saved in your phones, like maybe use your husband's phone for the day, or email, or just, not email because that has your name on it, or just plop something in the mail for them. And then also just do like a cute little gift that you can drop off on their porch. So we'll give December 1st through our meeting on, is the meeting on the 10th? I think on the 10th.
Oh, I thought it was the 19th. Maybe I got the date
I think,
wrong,
yeah, that's
but
okay.
yeah.
But we'll just like give you guys a little window of time that you could reach out to your secret sister and just give her a little hello, a little cute gift, just something so fun to look forward to. So we will send that out in an email with the link and everything. And there's just a few cute questions like what's your favorite season? What's your favorite scent? Color, candy, sweet, salty, all those things so that we can kind of get to know you. And then we'll pair you ladies up if you'd like to participate in that.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a fun way to connect us, right? And maybe meet someone nearby in your neighborhood that you don't know. And yeah, just be fun to do a little porch drop off or put something in the mail. And definitely be praying for each other. You know, I thought it'd be a fun thing to do. So we will need you to opt in. So when that form goes out, make sure to sign up if you want to participate.
Perfect.
So some other things that are coming up here is our, MOPS Christmas service project. In years past, MOPS has done several different things. You might remember packing the Operation Christmas Child shoe boxes. Some years we've partnered with Foster the Bay, and we put together, little gifts for the social workers that work for that program. So this year it's a little harder because we can't get together and participate in a project as a group, but CPC is offering a couple different ways that you can give this Christmas. So we want to put that out there to you and invite you to give to others if you're in a place to do so. We know that this year has had a lot of impacts, both financially, emotionally, and just in a lot of different ways. So if this is not a year that you can give, please, no pressure. We just want to invite you and your family to participate in this if you feel like you have bandwidth. So there's a couple things going on. The first option is that CPC is collecting gift cards and handwritten encouragement cards. And these cards are going to go either to the families and individuals living in the Life Moves shelters. We've packed stockings for them last year, I think it was. So these are families in temporary living situations. And you can go to a link in the CPC website and donate for a gift card there. And then we'd invite you to come by the church and drop off a gift handwritten encouragement card. And this is definitely something that kids can get involved in too, in creating encouragement cards. So that is one method that you can participate in. I think the cards might also go to some of the teachers that are going to be teaching at the new Beach Park Elementary that's right across the street from CPC. So you can select, where you'd like your gift card to go. And that's one option is the gift card. There's a second option, and this is for veterans in long-term care at the VA housing. There's a parishioner here at CPC, Violet Brum, who has coordinated giving for the veterans over the years. They're long-term care patients. And what she's trying to do is put together stockings for these guys. So she has a Sign Up Genius where you can sign up to purchase a gift, or if you just want to donate directly to the stockings for the veterans. They're looking for small things to put in the gift stockings, as well as some food items. So you can either sign up to get those to her or to purchase them. And then additionally, she's looking for handmade cards, especially from kids. The veterans really, really love those. So what we'll do is put all this information together for you in an email about the different giving opportunities and ways that you can get involved. But just wanted to kind of put that in your ear and let you think about it. Maybe talk with your husbands about how you might want to get involved. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you so much for considering. Again, like no pressure if this isn't the year for you to do that.
Yeah. Perfect.
And so, our next meeting will be our Christmas meeting. It's like around the corner.
I know.
So
I'm so excited to bring out all the decor. I cannot wait.
Some fun with Christmas. We're going to have a couple just surprises. I'll just say surprises and leave it at that. So wishing you and your family a blessed Thanksgiving full of gratitude that you can carry with you into the remainder of the year and into next year, and not just have it be on that day. But we're so thankful for you and for our MOPS community, and so glad that you could be with us today. It's been really fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. See you next time.
on Zoom. Bye.